Hi there, brick builders. Today we got a bus. We got a Volkswagen bus, we got a hippie bus, we got something from TaiGao Le, and it's all in Technic. We are talking about TaiGao Le's T5022. It's a bus in blue, and it has 3,299 pieces. It's for 8+ people, I rather doubt that, and it's 44.5 by 20.5 by 22 centimeters in size. And it came without a box to me, so we directly go to the stickers. There are a lot of them here. And they fall into 3 categories. The first one is the engine and cable stickers that show you how the model is connected electrically. Since this is the static version, I don't care. Then we get the amateurs from all the stuff inside the cabin. This is what I sticked here, and at least the logos, but unfortunately, TaiGao Le forgot to print the V in VW, so nothing like this here. From that over to the instructions, relatively small. Those are hard to read since first there's a lot of glare that comes if you have enough light, and the contrast on the paper isn't too good for the different colors anyway. Then the instructions themselves come with not quite optimum angle of views, so sometimes you can't really see what you are needed to do or how to position your thing. For example, when you have to put on the rims, it was hard to determine in which direction the rims is to be installed here, and that results in a lot of errors when building it, and that's why I don't think an 8-year-old can do that and keep sanity, since we're dealing with 695 steps on 202 pages. But once you have done all that and you've been through all of that, it's a nice piece if you like the colors, of course. Yes, they are weird by default and not by accident. But there's also a lot of functions here, since, for example, here we got the engine or the motor that is moving. I had some trouble with it, but that's for later. But it's nice that you can open the flap in the back and see your motor, or at least some wheels that are spinning, and from the top you can really see the cylinders going up and down inside that thing. I don't know how that would be possible in real life, but what gives. And let's have a look at the front of the vehicle. Yes, we have a Volkswagen bus here, something that has a lot of rims burled out, but yeah, it fits everything here. And the steering wheel moves with the steering itself. It won't do the other way around, but if you are to motorize this vehicle, it shouldn't be any problem to see a moving steering wheel when you steer from the remote. So let's have a look at the model from all the angles. It starts in the back with the engine, and then we get 2 seats with some cups between them. The middle row has a single seat with a table that can be opened, and next to them are the doors. There are only 2 doors. One of them has door cards, the other doesn't. And then we are already in the front with the steering wheel, with all the instruments there, and with another 2 seats. So let's open that one. Yeah, there was no box since I had it with other sets from TaiGao Le, which may come later or earlier, just as it might be this way. We get 9 sections. Each section is in a bag, and in these bags are smaller bags as you think of it, and we get an extra package for the pins and all the stuff that is a lot of it. And then, what do I think of it? So, what I didn't tell you until now is the 2 big elephants in the room. The first, of course, is the looks. Yeah, you need to like blue, you need to like metallic blue, and you need to like to have something like a golden strip around your VW. I do. So I'm okay with that. I really do like this colors. The model is also available in another color. I think it's red or something like that. But since I like blue, so it's blue. The other things is the building process here. And there I have to say this is nothing for your kids at all. It's hard to do. It's physically hard to do. The pins, especially the 3 studs pins, are that hard to put in there. And you have to put in like 7, 8 or 10 with one go for modules that are built in the instruction set, that you're really struggling. I used my Mold King Lego hammer a lot in this set, which you can see where we're already building it. And still, if you don't have an angle to hammer it in, you are almost lost and you're almost breaking your fingers here. So yeah, it's hard to do. It's nothing for the faint-hearted. It's nothing for the beginner. Of course not. It's 3000 pieces and the instructions are not on a beginner's niveau, like having 2 big instruction sets for this size. It's more like, yeah, here you got your 200 pages and be grateful that they are half the size of other companies. So it's not for the faint-hearted. It's fine when you're done. Everything is working when you are done. It has a bit of unconventional building techniques inside, more like mocker building techniques, I would say. And I'm rather sure that this had been a mock before TaiGao Le took it and made a product out of it. They are, as far as I can see, not referencing any mocker in there. Since, yeah, I don't know if something is on the box because I don't have the box, and I don't know if this is somewhere. Maybe you can help me in the comments with that. So it's a mock. It's a good mock. It holds together well once it's ready, except for all the flex stuff here, which is a bit funny in its own right, since, yeah, you have to cut it yourself, and opening doors with this golden stripe are a bit of a pain, because when you close them again, the golden stripe has moved position and all that good stuff, or not so good stuff. It's a bit weird, since you got normal seats, you got the back, you got the roof case there, and on the other hand you get your widened stands here, and you get your rims that are really like showroom stuff, and I really don't get it. I would have not expected some normal seats and a table inside there, but a big stereo or something like that. I do have some metal models that are using that vibe with the colors, with all that stuff, that they have a big boxes instead of most of the interior here, and that this goes on wheels essentially. This would be fitting here, and TaiGao Le didn't do that. They did a camper or a long distance vehicle. So yeah, if they like to do that, they can. And for me, yeah, you can play with this thing. You can give it your kids. It won't lose too many pieces too quick. So that's good, after all the effort at least. But what you see here is the static version, and you see it for a reason. I really don't think that motorizing this thing is a good choice, since yeah, you might use this engine or motor to drive it around for 5 minutes and then you put it on a shelf. And if, like me, you really like it, yeah, you look at it and are happy, so you don't need to drive it around to be happy. Therefore, no static version in this case, and that's it, at least for me. Your mileage may vary. What I have to put in here also is, yes, we get real metallic blue. These parts are dipped. They are not in the mixture of the plastics when molding. These are dipped, and also the rims and the mirrors that I chrome color, at least. They're also dipped. This is not a flat silver, this is a shiny dipped paint, and therefore the parts are a bit narrower anyway, but that's what you expect. And they are not really for bashing it around, since the color can also rub off. So yeah, this is really a display set. You can play with it, but it's not really recommended. And if you want to build something else of it, I don't think that's a good idea until you really want to have this color or panels in this color. But I guess you can have them anyway, or maybe dip them yourself. In the end, if you like this vehicle and if you like this color scheme, this is something for you. And if you're patient enough, or have somebody who does it for you. But if you don't like any of those things, it's not for you. You shouldn't do that. If you don't want the result, and if you don't really like the result, especially the result, it's nothing that you can appreciate, and you should invest in something else. For the mocking part here, of course, you can put engines in. There is already a version with engines in there. You could easily, or rather easily, put light in there, and everything else you want to do at this point. There is space inside, there is a lot of visible stuff, there is the colors you see that are the colors of the brick. We get blue crossed studs, and we get blue 3 stud length studs, and other colors for different pins. The normal pins are black, fortunately, but you see a lot of blue inside the black, even on the outside. So I went ahead and took a marker and painted a lot of them black for these pictures here, or these videos here. So yeah, it's the same thing other companies do. In this case, blue pins with the metallic blue color wouldn't be too bad of a choice, but they didn't do that. They put simply black in there, which is also okay, and blue for the 3 white studs, which is okay with the blue, but not with the black. And other colors are rarely there, except for brown for the interior. In this color scheme, I also would be happier if this was something else, like black and white, or even silver or something like that. That being said, if you like what you see, it's for you. If you don't, it's not. And if you liked this video, please consider giving it a like. If you didn't like it, please comment me that, and if you really want to be awesome, please subscribe. With that, have fun building, have fun watching, and see you.
Bye.